All right, people. They're kicking it off. Kicking it off. Lou going to be in a little bit. For now, I'll talk to y'all. Holy Nikes. My mouse battery is dying. Let me plug it in. Plug it in now. That way it'll be those 10 minutes of charge before Lou shows up will be charged enough. Oh, trying to get my flight ready for tomorrow. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. What did Paul say? Paul said, brain job this weekend will give me the prompt for the thumbnails. I got so many questions on reverse engineering other people's images. Uh, oh, super simple. Not super simple. I shouldn't say that. It's doable. Let's put it that way. I have not done this yet, but I have a general idea. So let me see how we can do this. I have a general idea on how to get that to happen. Let's go to the old tubes of no. Let's go to ChatGPT. There's basically a way to say, look at this prompt and show me how you got that image, right? Let's see if I can remember how to do this. Is here. I think you just need here. Let me pull up ChatGPT real quick. I'll just use ChatGPT because it's simpler. CHA. I mean, I think you could do this with just about anything. Let me go to the browser over here. There will be a gaping hole in my setup, so let's take. Oh, not like that. Damn it. This is what happens when your screen is locked. Let's do this. Add Paul to Paul. And then, there's no more than then. Sorry. The damn it, it did it again. What the hell? Oh, sick dude, what the hell? Maybe it's not even locked, so I don't know why that didn't work. There we go. Let's see. So if we go to ChatGPT and let's think of an image. Let's go steal somebody's thumbnail. Let's go to the Ozone YOU tube of two. Man, it's really hard to use this mouse with this thick, fat ass cable I got plugged into it right now so that it can charge. Let's see. Let's see who's the. Oh, let's steal this thumbnail. Okay. Sorry, Brad. I love you, but I'm stealing your thumbnail. So we're gonna click on this, and then we're gonna say download the thumbnail. And then we're gonna go back to ChatGPT, and we're gonna hit that plus sign, and then we're gonna say add a photo, and then I'm gonna drag it in. Oh, come on, mouse. Ugh. You're such an irritating piece of bullstein. Drag it in. Okay, and then I'm gonna say describe to me a prompt that could recreate this image. Let it think. Think, 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 think. Do, 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 do. Yo, what's up, Michael? Good to see you, boss. That is weird. ChatGPT is throwing dirt. Oh, it's still analyzing. Oh, you know why? Because I have it on Deep Think model. If you're gonna do this, you could just use 4. I have it on O3. O3 thinks a lot, so it's doing a lot more. Oh, I see. I see. First of all, let's switch it to 4. And if you take the image from the internet, sometimes uh, Chrome will save it into this weird AVIF format, which is nasty. Nothing likes it. It's designed to save space on their side. Uh, Nikes. There you go. It'll be faster than that we're using for. So here's the prompt now. So you can say create a modern, colorful YouTube image, bright orange background on the left side that includes text that says Bing, and then like how did they get such a low price? Above the text, place a small illustrated avatar of a cartoon man. You can do that. In this case, you would change it to your avatar. On the right side, display a black. Yeah. So you can do something like that. So we can take this prompt and we can copy it. And then you don't have to copy it because this is telling you to just follow along. But let's just do it this way. That says make better. Actually, let's do it like three step. And then we're going to do this. All right. On the right side, let's do that. You're going to end up having to edit this, of course, but it'll give you the basic things. All right. That's all. So it just says made a modern thumbnail, bright orange background. On the left side, include bold white text that says make better thumbnails. This is why I don't type. Okay. Each word is only allowed little line spacing, and then just go press go. So I'm sure there's probably a deeper way to get a deeper analysis, but I mean the most common sense one is just make me a prompt that generated this image, and it's going to break down the image for you. There's also such a thing as describe this image. I mean, they're the same prompts that you would ask a person. It's not that you need to know it's not that you need to know any fancy words. There's no tech involved in this. You have to remember to talk to your AI the same way you would talk to a person. If you were going to say to Kevin, how would I make a thumbnail like this? That's the actual question. You could literally start with, how do I make a question like this? Right? Like, I think it literally just stole Brad's I think it literally stole Brad's avatar or close to it. But I have my own avatar. And so, I mean, in theory, like I could straight up just download this and I'll show you how simple this is and nobody would know the difference. Um, I could take that. Hi Lou, I think you just popped in, and then I could make. Let me go to this. I'll pick one where I already know I have big head. I'll take this one and copy the head, and then make a new page. Same size. Background. Man, where's my library? Come here. LGL. There you go. Background. Then I could take, let's just paste it in the head. I could take the image that I just downloaded. hate when it does that. Damn you, Adobe. I'm gonna leave it just like that. Put my fat head on the top. Adjust it, make the fat head even fatter, because I like to do that. And then, no, not you. Escape. Stop. Oh, it's too late. Okay, that didn't do anything. Thank goodness. Take this one. Oh, that just went way crooked. Um, I should have told it purple. It would make my job easier, but let's just see if this will work. No, that's not going to work. Okay, I'm going to leave that one alone for now. But all I really need to do now is just go get my little my avatar and just cover right over it. So I mean, and actually, at the end of the day, I could completely just make this because I know the fonts, right? I know the colors. So even if I were to come in here and erase all of this mess, I could just do it again, or you could just go back to chat and say put it on a transparent background. You know what I mean? Uh, Recreate that, but on a transparent background. And then same smell. I mean, you got it. It's not super fancy, right? You're literally your whole job is to just think of it as if you were talking to Kevin or Mary Lou or whatever, you would say, "Hey Lou, how would you make this image?" The other thing you could do before you ask that question is upload 5 of your thumbnails and say, and actually you don't even have to do that. Kevin just said something that just made my brains made sense. Um, Let me stop messing with Brad's channel before he gets mad at me. He's my friend. Let's go to your channel, right? And then you could literally go to videos, and then you can go just like this here. Command Shift E4, scrub all of these, and then take this image and upload it first. So it's basically going to be I upload this matrix, and then I say analyze these. Don't say anything else. And then I upload the other image, and I say describe the prompt that made this image. And then I say, okay, based off of my style, which you had previously analyzed, create a new thumbnail that matches my style, but with this format. I mean, like, yeah, it's not a. I think the thing that gets everybody stuck is assuming that you have to know some secret scroll prompts. You don't. You need to talk to it, and it will tell you what the prompts are. Like it literally will help you. Dang, she is blue up in this piece. I'm blue, la da dee da 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 dee da da. I really like this new setup. It looks extra Lou. It's blue Lou. Stay muted. Nobody needs to talk to you. It's fine. You just be like that.
She's muted.
There she goes. Yo, it's
There she
actually
is.
fire. This new setup, man. It's hard. This goes to show you, right? Like, this is gonna sound crazy. Um, Lighting is lighting. It's basically you need light, but there is such a thing as good lighting and bad lighting. Most people will see a $270 like panel and be like, "F that, too expensive. I'm gonna buy the $30 one." It don't look like that. I mean, Lou's cute. Let's not get it twisted. But if you got good lighting, it makes a difference. I'm not cute, but I tell you what, I didn't buy the ghetto ass light. I bought Nan light. And this one in this corner is like a $400 light. This one in this corner is like the $200 light. It makes a difference. The cheap ones, they're bright. Let's leave it at that. They don't have the same color reproduction. And I think adding the Promise really just added a certain je ne sais quoi. It's not overly dreamy where it looks like you're bullshitting. It looks natural, right? Because most of us, especially those of us that smoked entirely too much reefer in the 80s. Our freaking Mr. Riley, West Side. What is up, family? What is up? Good to see you, boss. This is the strangest thing. Before I get sidetracked, I was in TikTok app yesterday, spamming Mary Lou's content, and Mr. Riley popped up in TikTok, and and then he popped up here. Like this one people think the algorithm be searching you or listening to you because it's super random. I legit not even 8 hours ago seen his face on the TikTok reel, and then now he showed up in the chat. Anyway, I think I'm not telling you to go out and break your budget, but definitely there will be a difference between cheap lights and good lights. Yeah. So, boom, that's it. Boom.
Yeah, it makes it does
Thank you,
make a
brother.
difference. And if you, I mean, I really do like this new Amran Verge light. And then I was using this other one. I was thinking it was going to be the fill, but I really do like it for being able to change the background based on my mood.
What's the feel like?
The fill, there's no fill light.
Oh, you saying you were going to use it for a fill, but then yeah.
Yeah, I was going to use the, what is it? 120C,
Oh yeah, yeah,
which is
yeah.
just like a
The square one,
the square one, but this one
like
does the
this.
colors.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The panel
The
120C. So
Pano
you're using the panel to
120C.
splash the back corner?
Yes.
Gangster. Come on, son. Come on.
Yeah, so it's like the circle one is like right here, like so above the camera a little bit, and then the other one I had it facing to me because that's how when in the other setup I had the two lights in my face and then the one light behind my head. So that I guess is what I'm missing is the hair light because there's nothing to mount to
Yeah, what the
the
hair light would do, like right now, especially because you're wearing a blue shirt, a little hair light would just separate you from the background a little bit more, and it provides a rim. So you can see by the dome, my hair light's right back here, right, and it just separates me. I don't. The remote is not working right now. Otherwise, I've turned it off so you can see. It's subtle, but it makes a huge difference. So that
I have this
helps.
one.
That helps, right? Yeah. See, it
It's not
separates.
the same.
It's not the same, but it does help a little bit. It's adding a hair light or AKA rim light. So bingo, looking phenomenal.
This makes me look like an angel.
This we know is complete BS. So let's cool it with that. Cool it now, slow it down. Let's
Doot,
open up the
doot, doot.
notion. uh, I he said this is awesome. I figured out some work with vision loss. At least now I'm using auto generate thumbnail. But thank you, Dr. Medley, for always giving me inspiration. Yeah, dude, that's I forget about the auto thumbnail generation. And Hershey, I heard something today that kind of made me laugh. And it wasn't funny, but it was a horrible joke. But it kind of made me laugh that the person was dumb enough to say it. He was talking about some place on the coastline in, I want to say California. It could have been Florida, somewhere near the beach. It wasn't here though. And he said this place is just beautiful. It. He said something to the nature of, "This place is so beautiful. This is where blind people come to sightsee." And I was like, "What?" It's really stupid. But in the other sense, I understand it because I've definitely been in places that are so calming and relaxing, and you just hear the birds and the waves and the wind. Like, even if you close your eyes, you can still imagine you were in that place. So I think that's what he was trying to say. But of course, it didn't come out right when he said it. And I was like, bruh, that should get you slapped. That should get you absolutely slapped. But I understand what you were trying to say. So I'm not gonna hold it against you. So I will give you his link, Hershey. You can go curse him out and be like, listen. But good to have you here, brother, as always. What's up, Dan? Hey, how's the plant eating situation going, Mister Tanner? I'm curious how you were doing. All right, I hope my you before you came, my mouse was like dying, so hopefully it's charged enough to actually survive this. Cause trying to use it with this the one problem with loving fat USB cables is they're terrible for stuff like this.
Ah, and now
like
you're
it.
just trapped.
Yeah, now it's way too meaty, and it's knocking everything on my desk over as I.
What is this, 1995?
Yeah, yeah. Boom. Oh, that's good. That's good. Congrats, bro. Keep it going. Keep it going. All right, what are we doing today, Lou? What are we talking about?
What are we
Oh,
talking
so
about
many
today?
things. Like I'm
What's on
feeling
your
like
heart?
I'm feeling life is good, bro.
Yeah,
Um,
good.
it's I I don't know. I don't know if this makes sense. I don't know if
Let's hear it. Just spit it
anything.
out. We'll
I don't know
translate.
if anything makes sense. I have been on this sort of thought process about relinquishing control,
Hmm.
almost like free falling, especially when you're stuck. Okay, so how do we make this make sense? If you were to fall into quicksand, what is the one thing you cannot do?
Is flail around.
Flail, exactly, exactly. You kind of want to be still, because flailing basically, you know how when you see the sidewinder snake on the national on National Geographic, it goes to the sand,
Yeah.
and then when it sees the threat, the snake goes and and just disappears, and then whatever's trying to get it, the birds can't get it because they went underneath. It does the little shimmy to get in, right? If if you were to put like, say you had gravel, and then you put something heavy on it, like a solid rock, and you shake it, the rock will sink to the bottom and the gravel will rise to the top. So, what people do when they get into a content spiral of doom is they panic, they start trying to do 50, 11 things, and you just spiral harder. And so, maybe the way to get unstuck is to go into effort mode and just create as ugly as possible. I think we should be responsible for the movement that is this, but in video format.
Epic mode. Yeah. Have you been working on it? Have you been doing it?
No, I'm waiting until I come back from Tampa.
Okay. When is that?
Uh, I come back on the 30th, so I was gonna say J1. It is J1, but it's 7/1, July 1.
Hmm.
And also, people, for the record, Doc is one of those weirdos that keep track of such a things. 7/2 is the midway point of the year. Did you know that? So now,
Cool.
if you're on a mission to like, I gotta like readjust some things because these things ain't doing the things that I thought the things was gonna do. It's like this episode of Critters and Stuck. Find your shimmy to get your groove back, Kevin. uh, yo, that's super, super funny, bro. That is super, super funny. I like what Kevin said too. It's almost like trust falling. And you know, I'm a huge proponent of if you don't trust you, then why the F should anybody else? You out here trying to sell something, which means that you hope they trust you enough to buy your product, right? You hope that people trust you enough to sign up to be a member of your club, right? You want people to trust you enough to, come by and listen to your morning ministries if you're Torah, right? You want people to trust you enough to be a part of your situation. But then if you don't trust you, then why the hell should anybody else? So it is almost like trust falling, and not to pick on the P dunks. The only way to get back into the groove is to just go into effort mode and just keep uploading 5-minute videos. Like turn the damn camera on, sit there and be like, I am stuck as a creator. I have stuff that I want to do. I don't know where to find it, but I'm going to sit here like a petulant child until I find it. This is my video for today. I'll be back tomorrow. Gone. Come back, still stuck, but I'm going to sit here until it comes to me. Somebody tell me something. Like I am not giving up. Boom. You would probably create a following of people who have the same exact thoughts as you, but we've seen it in movies. I can't think of one right now, but somebody in the chat will. We've seen it in movies where the person wants to create something, do something, be something. Aaron Brockovich, there we go. And just like came every day until the judge got irritated and took her counsel. You know what I mean? Or like those movies where the football dude who wasn't signed just showed up for practice every day. Or the dude that was trying to get the damsel just came. That's kind of stalking now, but in the movies it was cute. Came every day and played the shitty guitar until the friends was like, girl, like he kind of want to smash. You need to holler at him. And then next thing you know, boom. I mean, there's tons of these analogies, but y'all are trying to, not y'all, I'm assuming people are, I'm going to make it easy on you. People are trying to solve the problem like this. The problem is not going to come and slap the shit out you. You got to do something. And if it's not a problem, then fess up and be like, not a problem for me. I'm never going to create. I just like hanging out with y'all. That's cool too. Fess up though. Because we think that you're drowning. So we're jumping in the water to try to help you. And in the meantime, we could be helping out somebody that wants to be helped.
What I'm finding going through the artist way again, right? So I get like resistance to doing the exercises myself, right? So I'm like, yes, do it, but I get like, that's the one.
Pursuit of Happiness. That's another example. Yes, I don't know why I thought Aaron Brockovich, but yeah, Pursuit of Happiness is right. Same with Rudy. There's tons of movie references, right? But this exists. Like we've all seen this. So go ahead. Sorry about that. Yeah, I blame Kim Butcher.
The and I'm entering stuff in the Notion if we want to start looking at it.
Oh yeah, let me do that.
But F it mode. With doing the artist way, right? The whole thing is that you're like a stuck artist, you're a recovering artist, so it's to work through not doing things, but I find that I do in the most. And it's like people are drowning in the water or they can't turn on the fire hose. And I just feel like I get blasted in the face and I have like so many ideas that I'm drowning in my own creativity is where I end up. So it can
right?
skew the other way.
No, 100%.
It can skew the other way.
But I mean, which problem would you rather have though?
Yeah, no, I'm like fine with my problem, but that's the thing I'm facing.
Not related.
As of late.
Not related at all, but I just wanted to use the word. It's like a bonfire of the vanities. I just love that movie.
What is that?
You never seen that movie? Oh.
No, I've never even heard of that.
Oh, that's a really good movie. I don't know why that just popped in my head, but it's such a dope title that I watched the movie because I'm like, this title don't make no damn sense.
Let's see. Oh, it's got Bruce Willis.
You did not have to say it's old. That's what you was getting ready to say.
What? Who said that?
You was getting ready to say it's old. You said it's
Well, it's a book.
Oh yeah, true story. But it's a 1990 film. Kat says the book is way better. You got Morgan Freeman, Kristen Dunst, Rita Wilson, I think prior to being Miss Tom Hanks.
Maybe this is where it happened.
Could be.
Where the magic happened.
Yeah. It's a good movie.
Oh, okay. So Gretchen's been doing this thing. She's been making our flock, right? Because we were talking about being odd birds. And
Yes.
sometimes we feel like we don't belong somewhere. We don't have a flock because we don't look like all the other people. We don't move like the other people. We don't think like the other people. But
Yes.
we are of each other's flock. We are the flock of misfit birds.
Yes.
So Gretchen's been making uh, birds for all of us based on a number system that she's come up with.
She's into numerology. Anybody know this right here?
Yeah,
Anybody knows what this is?
flock of seagulls.
Gangster. Come on, Lou. I thought you was too young for that. That was my joint, bro. When I was in high school, reach the beach. Like I love flock of seagulls. That was my joint. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's super funny. I didn't expect you to get that. Dang, I am impressive.
Now, if
Um,
you played a song, I don't know if I would know what it was, but I recognize the dude's hairstyle because, like, I do have a good library of iconic fashion.
bro, that used to be my hairstyle. I had the flock of seagulls hairstyle back in the day. Oh my god, that's too funny. Um, what do you mean? Just need to know my numbers? My numbers are easy. Everybody knows my numbers. It's on all my jerseys.
No, it's like a there's envelopes involved. There's multiple pieces, so she'll
Oh,
she'll have to prompt you, but she'll get them, and then we'll
okay.
see your bird.
All right. All
It's a
right.
cool activity.
I
It's a
can show
cool
you guys a
activity.
bird. Wait, my mouse just went wholly upside down.
Okay, so listen, before we get into this, though, touched a little bit on how I got into Andor, and now I've gone down this rabbit hole, and I think I never knew what Star Wars was about. Legitimately,
What?
never understood, other than like space wizards and robots.
Yo, that's.
Because getting into it as a like older and like with context of the world, you're like, oh,
Yeah,
the
I
Andor
will
was
say it's different with
excellent.
context of the world.
Yeah, it's not the same as like when you watch it as a kid and you're like, oh, okay, fun R2D2. But then like as an adult and after watching Andor, because Andor is a grown-up show that assumes you know. And if you don't understand that, you will go figure it out yourself. Like it's very interesting because I definitely was getting through. I was like, this show is dumb. Like none of this makes sense. And then it like got to a point where I was like, oh, I see. And then I go and look up everything and then interviews with the showrunner who's like, yeah, I knew you would get there.
That's so
Like it's
dope.
very smart. It's very, very good. But definitely some parts where I was like, oh, this is stupid. I'm not gonna watch this. And then I'm glad I pushed through because then it just made everything else make sense. Like Rogue One makes so much more sense.
Right. And then once you go in, it's like a blooming onion from Outback Steakhouse. You start to just peel back the layers and you go in and you go in. And okay, let's be dead honest. Blooming onion is one of those things that's I want to call it pseudo delicious.
Uh-huh.
Right? It's not really delicious, but the mechanics
Yeah.
of peeling off a petal, sticking it into the little aioli, and then taking as aioli. Sorry, aioli in Hawaii is a Hawaiian word. Aioli is the mayonnaise. You stick it in that thing, you get a little bite. You're like, okay, but it's social, it's mechanical, it's fun, it's almost cherubic because your hands are playing with your food, and then next thing you know, you all have been there. In reality, like Kat said, the thing that makes a blooming onion the blooming onion is definitely the sauce, aka mayonnaise, flavored. Because you could put that on celery or carrots or whatever, it still tastes good. But the the fact is, Star Wars is like that. If you just look at it from the outside, you're like, yeah, whatever, yeah, whatever, yeah, whatever. But once you get into the mechanics and you start playing around, you start peeling back the layers, and then you find the lane. First of all, dark side all day, all you rebel pukes, get out of my face. When you start digging in, and then you pick a team, you're like, oh, okay, and then it's over. It's a wrap. It's an absolute wrap. So
But like, so like as I'm digging into it though, like I'm surprised. Like I always like I like the dark side because I was like they got better clothes, you know. But then like looking at it now, I'm like, well, it is authoritarianism.
yeah, so I picked the dark side. I picked the dark side because of the Raiders. Let's not be stupid about this. in,
Yeah,
in in
but you
in
know, like
Oakland, like dude used to come in his Darth Vader outfit and be there with the gorilla and shit. So I was like dark side. I mean, it was 1980s, man. I was a kid and I was just dark side all day.
yes, yeah, and like Darth Vader, like that entry song, that's the HBIC. You could tell like Darth Vader is not going to come around and play,
Gangster, yes.
you know. But then like that, right? With looking at it, have you watched Andor yet? If anybody hasn't yet,
No, I haven't watched yet. I've
I,
been flying, but I'm going in.
yeah, I recommend and then like try to throw out the Star Wars connection at first because it's its own like separate thing. But really, it's like it's grounded in reality. We just happen to be in Star Wars universe, and it's like I was like, oh, y'all did something. Y'all did something here. Dark side's coming now. Nothing is real.
Dude, it's so good. It really is so good.
Uh,
I'm glad you're finding it. And in a way, it's nothing wrong with going backwards. Everybody's like, well, what order should you watch them in?
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's an order, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. And there's something on YouTube known as the machete cut. My friend actually made it. I wonder if he got taken down, but he put all of the videos in order so you can just watch it all the way through.
Well, like I was trying to figure out where everything was placed in order because then like Andor goes straight into Rogue One and then Rogue One goes straight into A New Hope. And I was like, these hoes, like I love that kind of stuff. I was the same way with Marvel though. Like I was like
Yeah,
I went
same
to go
here.
see what was the first one? Infinity War. So I'd seen like the movies kind of separately, but then like I was out on a tour and I went to go see Infinity War by myself and then the way that ended, I was like, "Wait a second. Y'all did something. Wait a second." And then I'm watching every single piece of thing about everything. Deep dive. She gets obsessed. Is the problem. She gets obsessed.
It's super good. Like I'm like Gretchen. How are you going back in order? What are you talking about? But basically, it's New Hope, Empire Strike Back, The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, Return of the Jedi, and The Force Awakens. That's the machete order. So you're basically going 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Yeah, that's the right
It's like
order.
release order.
Release order. But if you do it
But
in the
then there's all
machete,
these offshoots now and shows and stuff now.
right,
So it's like
right.
it gets
Four, five,
wild.
1, 2, 3, 6. Yeah, that's a good order to do it as well. But it doesn't matter. Like I say, dive in. Your brain knows what to do. I mean,
Yeah, you just watch what connects with you.
yeah, yeah. And if now that you're getting your Andor game on, it is totally like different, but the Mandalorian is just gold. Absolute
Yeah,
gold.
that's killer. And I still haven't connected where that fits in with the bigger story aside from the weapon. So that's I haven't got there yet. Right now I'm still just trying to get my
Keep
footing and like
my mouth shut.
what on earth is this movie actually about?
Yeah, yeah. I will.
There's a lot.
Yeah. So Kevin is correct. That is chronological order, not release order.
Oh
Just
yes,
under,
kind of.
just understand.
No, it's not though.
Contrary to people's belief, Grogu is not the offspring of Yoda and Yadu. Not the offspring.
It's just another
Yes, and that's
another
why that's
guy.
why those of us in the game would want to fight y'all who'd be like, "Oh, it's Baby Yoda." No, bitch, it's not related. That's like seeing a random kid on the street going, "Oh, that's Baby Mary Lou." No,
You
that's
said all the
offensive.
Asians look the same. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's offensive, bro. That's what they did. That's exactly what they did. Here's the thing that got me sucked in once I got older. When I got older, what made me go back and rewatch the whole thing. I'm a Japanese history major. If you study the Ashikaga shogunate and bring it all the way down to Tokugawa Ieyasu, Star Wars is a direct lift from Japanese feudalism.
Is that what the Shogun show was about that time period?
The Shogun show is towards the beginning
Like
of
the
what
end? Oh,
became.
the
Yeah,
beginning. Okay.
yeah. So and then you could even for watching Shogun, you could kind of see it a little bit, which is
Mm-hmm.
what. Can I reach one? Is it too far away? This is why I have these.
Because they're the Jedi and they're returning. Is it,
I have a
see, this
whole
we're just gonna turn into like a nerd podcast. Like
I have a
let's just do
whole
that.
collection of these, but these are stormtroopers, but in the Ashikaga Guntai outfit, right? And then, boom. So instead of putting the Kamon for Tokugawa Ieyasu, they put the Death Star Kamon, and then you got your drum. Hey, I'm missing the drum handle. Oh no, it's in here. Okay. But yeah, so I have a whole collection of these with like Vaders, with Sith Lords, with like the whole 9 yards. But yeah, it's kind of cool. So that's now we got real nerdy up in this piece.
Yeah, this is gonna be our offshoot show. We're just gonna be like Doc explains Star Wars to Mary Lou.
Yo, where the heck did Paul get his big ass melon up in here? Oh, I did that.
It's Paul
I don't.
Duncan.
I've been changed.
Again.
I don't know if I've been changed for the better.
Look,
All right.
stop playing with dolls. They're figurines. Sorry, I was having flashback conversations.
All right. We're talking about creators' leap of faith.
Leap of faith. I'm thinking two hearts that beat as one.
Perfection is a
I
prison.
need
Effort
you.
mode is the breakout plan.
Boom. Effort mode. Sometimes you just got to go into effort mode. Okay, I'll give you a prime example, and everybody in the chat, fess up if you fess up. Okay? So you're in school, and you got this paper, and the teacher says, I need you to write 3,000 words on the Ashikaga shogunate and the Battle of Oda Nobunaga. Yes, Kathy, Stacy Q. She be knowing stuff. And you like, then I got this. But then you work. And then Mary Lou calls up and be like, hey, you going to the Sadie Hawkins dance this weekend? And then you're like, no, I'm not into that, whatever. And then that one person that you like finally hit you up and say, let's go. And then boom, you go. And then, your other friend, Kathy, comes in and asks you to take her shift. So you take her shift. And next thing you know, it's Sunday and the paper is due on Monday. And you're like, you know what? I'm riding the A right now. F this paper. Let me just get the computer open, or word processor in our days, typewriter, Gretchen's days, stone and chisel, Paul's days. You just start, boom, you start going to town, right? You pull out the paper, you get your little taste, or roll something, imbibe, or suck it in, whatever the case may be. And then you just start writing. And you start writing and you start writing. And nothing kind of really makes any sense to you, but you just start putting pen to paper, right? And you just like, oh, the Ashikaga shogunate was established by Ashikaga Takauji. He was appointed the shogun after the Kemu restoration. Next thing you know, 3,500 words. You cleaning it up. You take it down, and that was the beginning of the Muromachi shogunate. And then you're just like, all right, whatever, man. Throw it in. Teacher gets the paper. And it's like, yo, this was an A+ paper, but I had to give you a B+ because you didn't do all your grammar stuff. If you did something that follows that description in college, fess up right now.
Oh, all the time.
Because
I mean, I
this
do
is the
that
exact
every
same
week
thing.
still.
This is the exact same thing, right?
That was like my superpower.
Holla back. Like, holla back. To me, I gotta, oh, I got the video, the monitor, right? It's in my bag. I got the request from Cinco to make this monitor video, and we went on our trip, and then I was going to release it on our trip, but then she said, "Oh, we've changed our launch date, and we want to launch it on this date. If you don't mind, because I do tell them I don't necessarily follow people's embargo days. I won't break it, but I won't necessarily launch it on embargo day." But she said, if you don't mind, would you mind dragging it until, June 10th? And I said, I'm gonna be in an airplane June 10th, but I think I could do that. And so having more time, what I decided to do was I was gonna make a whole new, better video than the one that I had already made. But what happens? We start packing, and unpacking. Katie's like, we got to do this, we got to do this, and we got to jump on a plane. And legit, right before I took the office apart to put everything away to go, I shot this video sitting right here, one take. Only got time for one song and one song only. Right? I shot it. I just boom, boom, boom. I sent it to Joy. I was like, Joy, this is it. And she was like, phenomenal. Can we share it on our socials? We absolutely love this video. Can we send you XYZ next? Like the one that I didn't overthink, the one that I shot from the hip, the one that I was definitely more in my feels, if you will, in my style, my F it mode, is the one that the manufacturer absolutely loved. And now they're like, oh, we got some new stuff we're working on. Can we get back with you? And I'm like, we are now friends. You know what I'm saying? And we went to NAB. We walked past the Cinco booth 50 times. It was always crowded. And I was like, I got to go see my homie Joy over there. We're going to talk to her. We never got there because me and Mary Lou was busy goofing off in the Amran booth with Brandon and JP, or trying to find where the hell Paul ran off to. I think Paul was secretly drinking. I think Paul was in the corner with like a fifth
Oh,
of
he was
bourbon.
Vegasing it up.
He was. That's what he did. He called one of them Vegas numbers, and then like, oh, I'm going to the room. I got a headache. Now whatever happens in Vegas.
Party.
Whatever happens in Vegas.
I'm for it. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because somebody came
The
back with
Duncan
COVID.
Chronicles.
I'm saying somebody came back with COVID, and none of us got it. So I'm just saying, what was his name, Paul? Don't try to
Maybe it
mute
was a
yourself or
party.
turn on. Look, he's adjusting himself in the chair. Like
There it is. There it is.
No, it's that secret is staying in Vegas.
Oh, yes. That's why he didn't bring us, because he's like, y'all can't keep secrets.
Y'all can't keep secrets.
Because you got this podcast.
Y'all be out here snitching. He did the one with AT where you spit in your hand and that's it. That was the end of that story. So I think that there's definitely a thing where you just literally just pull the trigger because you trust you. And again, if you're still having a problem trusting yourself, we need to work on that. That's different. I'm not going to say better help, but that might require you to talk to somebody. But you're going to have a hard time selling what you're selling if you don't trust yourself. And that's why.
All right, let's record it.
That's
Don't
why
give
I
them
don't
all
like
the sauce.
that IS secret word, because that's an admission that you don't trust you. All right, so let me move this over here.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I'm just gonna make a note of that. We'll come back to that.
Right. Let's go. I like when we shoot from the hip.
Yes.
I feel like it just has a whole different je ne sais quoi. Sorry, people, I'm moving the window and it causes this thing to F up, but I'm doing it so that I can see better on the screen in large old man type. So, hey, listen, Paul, not my fault, dude. You said, hey, let me go in the side by the sphere. It's funny because that sounded like a better deal to get the room on the side by the sphere. The problem was, yo, that thing was so damn bright at night, it was pissing me off. I had jackets and clothes and all kind of shit trying to cover the crack so it wouldn't keep me up at night. So the sphere view
You
is
didn't get the
cute.
eye mask from ObSpot.
No, I forgot about it. You're right. It was in the bag. The
Yeah,
view
I
was
went to
cute for like 3
Stefan like
seconds.
it's nice just to look for the picture. But like if any brands are out there, get eye masks as your giveaway. Because I
Especially
went
doing a
back, I
conference
saw
in
someone had
Vegas.
this. I was like, whoa. I was like, Stephen, I need this. Please.
Somewhere I have a picture of the sphere rebooting. I happen to be up because I get these insomnia bouts, and I happen to wake up in the middle of the night, and then I just happen to peek out the window, and the sphere had the windows. The windows like progress it's software updates type situation going on, and I just thought it was funny. So I somewhere have a picture of this is the sphere when it's having a conniption fit. All right, let's go. I'm excited about this. Las Vegas.
That could have been kind of funny when all the computer systems that did the update crashed because of, the update and everything. So the spear is kind of like broken
Yep.
in reboot mode.
It'd be super funny for the sphere to have a be right back screen. Oh. Do I have it in here? It might have been on my phone, on my other phone. Mary Lou is out here hobnobbing with people at the Cine Gear.
Yes, she was.
I just seen the Insta 360 booth, so it made me think of that because you was hanging out with Michael. Ooh,
The
hiccups.
boon.
The boon. That's super funny. All right, let's record. Let me stop looking for that. All right, I'm ready. I'm going in here, and I'm going to go to the screen. This one. Oh, that lighting is just
Doot 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 doot.
I don't want to do it, but I should change my whole background to red right now. Let me go to recording.
Well, because you have a red shirt and I have a blue
Yeah.
shirt.
Yes. I'm going to go to recording and stop. Okay, so recording is stopped. I got the boogish Nazis. Do not do this right before we film. You piece of bullstein. Oh, this needs to go in my packing. You ever seen 4-inch gaff tape? Okay. I got my sneeze rag ready just in case. Breathe it out. I need to nebulize some peppermint and eucalyptus in this room when I'm recording, so that way you don't catch the boogish Nazis. Got it. I can never do that, y'all. I'd be too busy laughing at Mary Lou, and I can never get it out. So if I do it first, then I can get it out. I probably can't do it again. Okay, I'm recording the broadcast. Counting it down in 5, 4.
My overthinkers, I need y'all to come all the way to the front row, all the way to the front, because I have a question. With all that overthinking that you do, wouldn't you think that by now you know what you're doing? I tell you, perfection's a prison. We tell you this all the time. And what we're going to get you into is F it mode.
Hercules, Hercules. I love
F it mode. F
I
it
love
mode.
F it mode. We were talking about this pre-show. I have totally done this before, and most of us have. Back in college, there was that thing when you got this paper to do, and you're supposed to have it done like 3 weeks ago, but it's Sunday, paper due on Monday, and you just literally have to sit down, grab your favorite beverage of choice or, herbal substance, and just open up the typewriter, keyboard, pen, paper, stone tablet, and start writing. And when you turn that paper in, which was just like a random flow of notes, not even in any decent order, whatever, you thought your teacher's like, this is stellar, but I still got to mark you down because you didn't do your grammar checks or there's a bunch of misspellings or whatever, which literally came from you speed writing. Some of my best papers came from when I did them in effort mode. The problem, the problem for me in school though, don't do this in real life. In school, I figured that was a thing, so I just kept it going because it was working. I kept it going all the way through. It might have leaked out into professional career, but sometimes just doing it for the sake of doing it, the outcome is amazing.
Yeah, I have definitely been brought up. I was forged in the fire of effort mode. And I claim it because, okay, you get to a point when you start to trust yourself enough that the speed is not necessarily that you're doing it bad. Speed is part of the skill set that makes you worthwhile. Because speed is not something like this is the thing, like all of it, like overthinkers, right? You're like, oh, I can't. That is the thing most people have. Not most people having speed. Not most people just taking action. So you sitting back and doing nothing is not as valuable as some of us going forward and it being a little bit wrong.
I really like this idea. Here, I'm looking up something real quick. You made me think of something in the form of like, say, common substitutions, right? So if you are cooking and the recipe calls for buttermilk and you don't have buttermilk, the people who have done it enough times, the people who have developed this skill that I'm about to say, it came from being stuck in the pinch and realizing you had to do it anyway. So somebody came up with you could put in a half a cup of full fat sour cream or a whole cup of yogurt into regular milk to come up with buttermilk. Now the taste isn't going to be exactly the same, but it's going to be close enough, right? And I'm sure there's other ones out there, like when you don't have baking powder, there's another way you can do it. There's other ways that you can fake it. I think you can do stuff with like Perrier or whatever to kind of give you the same similar bubbly type consistency. But there's a bunch of ones out there where you're doing that sort of substitution, right? And again, that skill comes from the fact that this person has done it enough times. And the thing that you're looking for, that ease, that system, you and I both coach people on, you need a system, get your system going. But how do you do it when your system is missing, right? You guys watch me, and I don't think nobody has come to me and posited this question. You watch me dip out of my studio and live in a hotel for a minimum of 1 week a month. But you know what doesn't waver? The content. I don't have my studio. I don't have my lights. I don't have my Rodecaster Pro. I don't have, my little editing setup. I don't even have all my plugins. Some of y'all don't even notice the end card is different when I'm in the telly versus when I'm at studio. And that's because I don't have all of those plugins that I use on the laptop. They exist on this machine, and I use a plugin subscription, and I just haven't installed it on the laptop yet, honestly, because normally by the time I remember to do so, I'm in the hotel and it's going to take too long. So the system is dope as long as you can recover from when you don't have it.
And if you don't have the system yet, this is how you discover your system.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh.
I think you might have to repeat that for the people in the back.
If you don't have a system, this is how you develop your system. Effort mode.
100%.
It's not from watching other people or learning from any of us. Like, you can gather that information, but you will not replicate mine, nor Doc's, nor anybody's system until you start doing it. Like, it's a good place to start. Like, you know, if you want to start, like, F it, you learned what you needed, you can try to replicate what you can, and then you figure out where to bridge the gaps where you need to. But it is your most powerful tool is this F it mode, because this is how you're going to figure out your voice. This is how you're going to figure out your systems. This is how you're going to figure out what looks good to you and what doesn't look good to you. You have to just do it. Yeah, have to F it. It's like, even I'm thinking like F it, like that is how the human race continues, is by effing it. That's how any creativity happens. How anything happens is because of that.
Effing mode.
You will not conceive.
What? You was not conceived. Yes. Well, the funny thing too, you think about this in your family, maybe yourself, and be in your own kids or whatever. Lou and I are on team no kids, but there are people who went through planning, tried, whatever, just that it wasn't working. They're like, frick it, I give up. And then next thing you know, here comes Kevin. And then it's like, oh, you guys was planning for so long. He's, yeah, it turned out Kevin was on one of the non-planned days. We had just came back, you know, the Eagles won the Super Bowl, and then there was some festivities or whatever, and then bang, this is Kevin Cox. You know, we just did. It was like totally there, right? I was an accident. I think pretty much Small was an accident. Like a lot of us was accidents.
I was an accident.
You're number one, so the number one kid is always accident.
Always.
Raphael.
I remember doing the math one time, and I was like, "So, Dad."
You was back.
Some
from
of these numbers
deployment.
don't make sense.
Yeah, you was back from deployment. See, that's what it for me, right? I'm September, so there was some Christmas shit popping off. Let's just say there was some New Year's smashing that went down, and then here comes me. That's all I know. I can do math. I ain't dumb. Like, I'm exactly 9 months and 2 weeks. There was a New Year's party. Then my dad blew back into town because my oldest sister and I have the same dad. The ones in the middle don't. So that tells me that he came back from his little road tour and then he had game. Let's just say Papa was a Rolling Stone. Raphael in the chat said it's called the procrastination surge. And Raphael is straight, 100%. And the reason why we procrastinate is because we don't trust ourselves, right? And we are avoiding doing something because we're hiding from, as Mary Lou says, being perceived. We're hiding from the ridicule. We're hiding from the hate comments. We're hiding from just not trusting that we know what we know. But when you are put in a pinch to where you have no choice but to do, it's the only parking space left is parallel parking. And you got to get what you got to get because Taylor Swift is coming on. You know what you would do? You would parallel park that son bitch. You be out from the curb, ladies. You don't be all the way up against the side like you're supposed to. But it was the only spot left. You wasn't paying $50 for parking at the Staples Center. You found one on the side street, you know, off WeHo, wherever. And you did the little parallel parking job and you had a mile to walk in them hills. But you did it. Because it was the only space that was open. Any other time, you're looking for any way to avoid parallel parking at all. Secret sauce, get a Beamer. I just press park and go like this. But, you know.
I'm good at parallel parking.
So am
like,
I
can do it.
I'm flawless with it.
Yes.
But, you know, it's funny how that works, right? Procrastination surge means I no longer can hide behind my fear. I have no choice but to do it. Right? Some of you guys live with somebody that you've been married to for over 20 years because you finally got stuck in the pinch where you kind of had no choice but to confess your dying love for this person because your boys or your girls or your family, somebody snitched on you, and then you was put into a pinch, and then you had to be like, yeah, Kathleen, it was always you. And then now y'all are celebrating 35 years together and a couple snotty ass kids and some grandkids and whatever. So the procrastination surge does work. It's been proven throughout the majority of your life. How is it that you can't bring a way to bring that to your content? Minnie said, I was an accident. Thank you, Minnie. All of us accident people. All of us September babies were New Year's Eve action. Yes, K-Walk. I agree with that. So this is 100% true. 100% true.
Okay, so now what do you say with like it's the difference between like an F it mode and I just give up and like
Giving
like
up
when you
is
just
not an
don't
option
care.
for some people. I think okay, now
Yeah.
we're at the point where video is not a choice anymore. If you're doing business in any way, shape, or form, you have to do video. If you want to be a meaningful part of what's going on in the modern world, you have to be video. And all of those things about I'm not good on camera, my voice sucks, I look funny, all of that, whatever, it's kind of out the window. We see people on TV all day, every day that look like absolute what the hell got hit by every branch in the ugly tree. But they got no choice but to make this work. And they be out here and they're doing really, really good. Right? Like, unfortunately, some of them are doing better than we want them to. Right? I think about the tall freaking South African idiot with the electric cars. You just got to. You just have to. You know what I mean? And so, knowing that you can't give up, if you're realizing that I'm just scared of everything, you kind of got to rip the Band-Aid and go at it. Like, you just have to. And I think it's okay. I think what will happen is once you rip the Band-Aid and just go, you're going to find, who said it in the thing? Somebody said Stella got her groove. I think it was Kombucha. You're going to find it. You're going to find your groove. Just like you said, you'll find your system from doing the do. So it might be, like you said, effort mode might be the most powerful tool in your arsenal. It got me through college. And I was Key Club, smart people club. I don't know such thing as smart people. Because I definitely know people that studied way harder than me. But I did the work when it was necessary. And I did it from my gut. I did it from my feeling. And I would stand there and fight teachers on stuff that I thought was stupid. She said write 3,000 words. I turned in 2,400. She like, your paper's a little late. I'm like, did you understand what I said? Yes. Did I get all the point across? Yes. Then why should I be circumloquacious for no reason? Do you want me to put a lot of this, that, wherefore, and therefore, and because whereof? All that does is cloud the paper. You got the point. Correct? Correct. All right, cool. Why use 300 words when I can use 5? She's like, but that's the assignment. I'm like, cool. This classroom is on fire. Would you want me to say, ladies and gentlemen, it seems today that we are having a conflagration that has been caused by the ignition of the school's old ruddy HVAC system. And HVAC is known as heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and compressing, blah, blah, blah. Or you want me to be like, fire, run. And then she was like, point taken. I'm like, gangster, give me my A.
Well, I think that was maybe because like when people go into professional writing, are paid per word. So they're like trying to teach you how to
I don't know why.
do that. I don't know.
Gretchen can tell us because she was around when school came on, like Fred Flintstone with the bird and the tablet. She probably knows. But I just thought it was dumb. I'm like, why do you put limitations on how much I got? I guess because some people would be like, Shakespeare wrote a play and she drank the poison and she died before he could fall in love with her. Into my paper. Maybe that's why. Maybe it was a counter action to people that wrote papers like Raphael. But I just thought it was dumb. They always gave us those weird, like, this is how many words you got to write. I hated it.
Right. So then like the difference between letting go and giving up. So giving up is like there are these strange parameters that you have made up that you like somebody said to you that you start to think you get like you're just like I cannot accomplish within their rules, so I'm walking away. Effort mode is I heard your rules and I do not care.
Straight.
I'm going to do it anyway.
Straight.
I'm going to do it because I trust that I know what I'm doing. Because like my overthinkers, like you guys probably all like can identify as smart. You think you're smart and you are smart. You're overthinking. You need to be smart enough to know that you've thought enough. Like you got it. You got it.
You have thought enough. Okay, you just made me think of something. Now, if you listen to all of this is where the problem with listening to many people. If you listen to all of the YouTube people, right, you need to make a video and it needs to be 8 minutes because if it's 8 minutes, then it's going to get ad revenue and blah, 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 blah. So what does that cause people to do? It causes people to talk in freaking circles, right? I didn't mean to use the word circle loquacious twice in one setting, but I did deal with it. It really does allow you to talk in circles. My buddy Philip just posted a video, and he made it as a short, and it was a 2 minutes and 47 second short. I don't know why I remember, but I remember because I stared at it, and I was like, "This is actually a pretty good video." Yesterday, I go to his channel because it popped up in my feed. And I was like, I've seen this thumbnail before on Instagram, but it's on YouTube in the 9x16, 16x9 version. And it was the same exact video. Didn't add anything, didn't fluff it, whatever. Just put out that same 240. Just put it in a regular format and posted it as a quote unquote long form video. It's performing. Maybe the hang up is because you're thinking of too many things you got to do. I got to have a hook. Cool. Yes, you do. But then what if you don't? Then you don't. You're not going to go to jail because you made a video without a hook. I make videos without a hook all the time. But I also make videos with killer hooks. We started this podcast with a hook. But sometimes, and you've seen this, Tyson didn't have a chance to throw a hook. He got pinned into the corner, and he trusted his gut, and he moved to the side, and he threw one straight right. And the other person went to sleep, ding, 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 1,500,000 in the bank. In the same person, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. You could take that and you can make it work for you. The punch in the face is the lack of time, so you say. The punch in the face is the fear. The punch in the face is the second guessing. The punch in the face is the overthinking. The punch in the face is the BS fear and the limiting beliefs and the IS, which I refuse to say, and all of the insecurities that's running through your brain. Those are the punch in the face. So my system of how to make a video, useless to you. Mary Lou's system of how to make a video, useless to you. Raphael's system about how to edit a video, useless to you. All you could do is step to the side, breathe in, throw that straight jab, and you might knock somebody out. That's the video that smokes everything. That's the one that grows your channel to 1,000. That's the one that grows your channel to 5,000. That's the one that grows your channel to 10,000. That's the one that lands you the book deal. I got a dime against two fat boys. The video that launches your career is going to be the one that you think is an absolute piece of stuff. I put money on it. Come see me.
Because you've done all the work of thinking and overthinking and executing, right? And then when you get to that point, you're like, ugh, I just threw this together, because that is your true essence coming through. That's the free creator actually taking action. Like, you just stepped out of the way. You're like, ugh, okay. Like somebody in the comments said, it's like Pinky in the brain, right? It's like the brain's got the plans, the brain's got the strategy, but like, Pinky just got up in the middle of the night and he's like, we're going to do it.
Yo.
And then that's the one.
I think about it.
So what are some ways? Oh, go ahead.
No, I think about it all the time of all the creators who were just doing. Okay, so yesterday, this is a quick anecdote for you guys. Yesterday, I bumped into a live stream with Brian G. Johnson and Daniel Batal. And they were just, like we're doing right now, just helping people get unstuck. And this girl who came to one of our eCamp things, Sarah, she was asking about, a knitting channel, because there's only so many ways you can cast on. I don't know what that means. Something to do with crocheting. There's so many ways that you could teach someone how to cast on. I'm assuming that has to do with tying knots and moving forward. And Daniel showed this channel of this lady who has like 2 million. And face ain't on screen. She literally just hands in the thing. She's just tying knots and talking story. And she got like 2 million deep. And then everybody's like, oh, this looks great. Oh, man, her colors are great, blah, blah, blah. He goes, oh, I buried the lead. She's doing it with an iPhone. Her iPhone is on a little stand in front of her hands. 2 million deep with an iPhone. But you know the difference between her and the other person? She was 300 something videos in with an iPhone. Tying knots with yarn. 2 million people up in the building. I just want you to hear that. This lady tying knots with yarn. Okay? And 2 million people watching. I'm just saying. Listen, there's somebody for everybody, and you got to stop overthinking it.
But if you don't make the videos,
nobody
nobody's
watch.
gonna ever find you.
Straight up.
So how can these people trust fall into their content?
Okay. Legit. I say this every time, and I don't know how many people do it. I checked last week after we had this conversation how many people just actually took the shorts challenge and made shorts. And there was Paul Sr., and there was Taisha, and there was Mary Lou. 3 people who did not need to make a short because they do it already. You have to take the camera and turn it on and press record and upload. I'm going to give you the 3-step process again. Take the camera, turn it on, press record, upload. Your video can look exactly as follows. I'm going to squeeze this side button. Camera just turned on, right? Your video could be exactly as follows. Hey, today's a good day to be a creator. Hope you're having a good day. That's it.
Just like that.
Just like that. Like you literally, you don't got to think about it. You don't have to edit. You don't have to buy Raphael's plugin suite. By the way, buy Raphael's plugin suite. It's pretty dope. I use it in every video. You don't have to do any of that. You literally need to just turn it on, press go, say something, and let it rip. Let me pick a space. Let's say we're talking about this water bottle, right? Do you need a $70 water bottle to drink more water? Absolutely not. But here's why this is dope. Done. What if I stutter? Stutter. What if I swear? Swear. What if I blink too much? Blink. What if I fart on camera? Even funnier. Let it roll.
Let it go.
Let it go, Elsa. Yes, Mr. Rowley, you are excused. However, today, tag me. I need you to make a short today. No edit. Just say what you got to say. Listen, I am a proud daddy of a son that's playing freaking college ball. Do you know how good that feels? Do you know how good that feels? This one is all of the proud parents whose kids have made it to collegiate athletes. I just want you to know I love you, Mr. Rowley's world. Done. That's your whole thing. Then, if they home for the summer, shoot a picture and be like, by the way, send money. Somebody come feed these damn monsters. Because Mr. Rowley's boys is huge. Why you try? Kathy, why did you try? What is try, Yoda? There is no try. It could be absolutely effed up and send it. I am here today to tell you guys that yes, it's summer, but us teachers are still working. I'm about to retire, but this one is for all of my teachers out here who put in the work during the summer that nobody talks about. Send it. Guess who's a teacher too? Mr. Riley. Y'all can tag team back again. Rex and the, you know what I mean? You can start the teacher chain. Teachers working their ass off this summer. Here's the chain. I got 48 days until retirement, but I'm working. Excuse not. Your boy ain't having it.
Yeah, the like barrier between you and the upload is so little now that it's really hard for me to hear the excuse sometimes.
Oh,
now,
yeah,
I
get
understand.
pinchy.
Like, I understand, like, you have a vision and maybe there's a way you want it to look that does require work, but that is not required in order to upload. It is not required because I put in the notes here. I said, "Cause bitch, you are ready."
You are ready. She did put that in the notes. It says
It's like
it right
in
there.
the notes.
It says, "Bitch, you are ready." Listen, man. I just think of how much fun you can have just getting it out there, and don't be afraid to let it show you. Right, your people are going to connect with you. Right, your people are going to connect. All right, so imagine, this is, kind of sidetracking, but I want y'all to stay with me. Imagine a scenario where 3 years from now, I'm watching the draft, and my beloved Raiders draft one of Mr. Riley's boys. And I'm like, I know they daddy. He was in my Facebook group back during the pandemic. Look at that. If I could just see one of the little Rileys running around with a black and silver shirt, I'm going to go to Vegas and visit him. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine how dope a feeling, because the connection is built from a friend that I used to see on the internet. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know how you're doing things or how you're affecting things. You don't know how I have a thing, man. I love teachers. So when I first met Mr. Riley, I immediately connected with him because he's a teacher. Really, I'm an educator to you guys, but neither one of us would let somebody steal our gangster. We're going to teach full gangster mode, but we're still going to teach because the lessons need to be taught. But my style is my style. My G is my G. You can't take that out me. And some people are going to be like, I don't like that. Cool, get the own. Don't need you around here. I'm from home in the rock. 8 woofers in the trunk beating down the block. Life is too short. I'm just saying. And she said 338 days to retirement. Still, that's funny. You can make a video all 338 days talking about on my way to retirement. And it could just be the dumbest videos. Hey, today is 336 until retirement. I'm still working, though. Go support a teacher. In the story. Just let them roll. It'll be funny. Like people will start following your countdown. I look at the stuff that people post and I'm like, I watch that. And I ain't mad at it. But it's kind of crazy.
I want to hear hands up in the chat, in the live chat. If you're here with us here this week, if you have not uploaded at all since the last time you saw us last week. Just admit it. Who are you? Because I see folks in here week to week. And like, I know you come in here, we hear you, we yell at you with love, but have you still not just uploaded something? Because I want you to go do that. I want you to go do that right now while you're watching us. Like, we'll give you the script. Hey, I'm watching Creators Unstuck getting recorded live. They just called me out. I'm uploading a video. I'm so mad at you. Whatever. End it how you want.
Ooh, I love this. I love this. First of all, Julie, welcome to Creators Unstuck. And we normally don't do live audience chat per se, but we broke the rules today because this is so important to us. First of all, before anybody says anything else, I love you. I don't give a hell who does it. I would just put here to love people, so I'm here. The question is there something that might help a nervous creator who has a speech impediment due to cerebral palsy? Absolutely. Do it anyway. Because there are definitely people who will love you for you. No matter what. There are people who are there are people who need, and I say need with a capital N, 2 E's and a D. that need to see your courage. Your nervousness, I'm going to say something mean, and I want you to understand this is from love. I'm just that dude. Your nervousness is selfish. Because there's somebody that absolutely needs you. There is a you-size hole in somebody's life right now that needs to see Julie pop up and be like, "Sup, fools, it's Julie. I'm here and I'm doing this anyway." She's in the chat, Julie. My homegirl Aubrey, who is up in here, connect with her, Simply Obs, on the internet. Obs is one of the most beautiful creators on the planet. And of course, she's not here today. Of all the times for Aubrey to skip class,
Oh, she was in here with us.
I thought she was too, because she's normally with us.
Mhm.
Aubrey was riding her bike one day, and she was like, "Damn, this pavement looks cute." And she decided to try to kiss it at full speed and had a traumatic brain injury. And it has affected her speech as well. But Aubrey does a video every day talking about recovering from her TBI. And she's a member of the family. She's one of the most adorable people. And I would like to see you guys collaborate. So she's Simply Obs on everything. So go search her up. We connected. Just please, I need to see you do it, because I need the courage sometimes to remind myself that my excuse is valid. So what? I got to do this anyway. Okay? Minnie, who's also in the chat, is differently abled person who makes content. So if nothing else, Minnie will ride dirty with you. She's a little crazy, but we love her anyway. That wasn't her disability. Her disability is she's friends with me and Mary Lou. That's her biggest problem. So please connect up and just keep going. Girl, do not stop. Do not stop. Somebody needs to see you. Thank you for coming. And I'm happy that you came today, because I think it's a
I'm so
reminder.
glad that you came.
Thank you. Because I use it as a reminder to, all my other creators have been like, look, Julie's out here creating content. You got no excuse. Minnie's out here creating content. You got no excuse. Aubrey's out here creating content. You got no excuse. Paul looked like Kiefer Sutherland's daddy. He should make content just because he looked famous.
So, Doc, what are some ways that you implement effort mode as of late?
Oh, trust me. Listen, fam, I will open up this old kimono and let you see all of it. That was a bad visual. I am sorry. I take it. Hope y'all ain't eating. Hope y'all ain't eating. Listen.
No, he's shrinking. That he's like feeling body positive.
Listen, on day 235 of what the hell am I fitting to talk about today, there are definitely days where I have to come down here and, in the golfer's terminology, grip it and rip it, right? That means you're having a bad game, right? Okay, this is perfect. Oh my God, perfect analogy. I think the only person in the chat that golfs besides me is Kevin, I think. I could be wrong, but trust me, it's a thing. Think Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore will help you understand what gripping and rip it means. So in golf, there's things like bend your neck, twist your head, put your butt out, breathe in first, grip your hands this way, loosen your grip, tighten your grip, make sure your ankles are together, make sure your knuckles are together. It's like 87,000 crap you got to remember. And what happens is you start overthinking it, and every shot you get what's known as the yips, when you hit it and the ball goes flying over there. Oh yeah, Hershey is in here too, by the way. Hershey is legally blind. So we're just hanging out with all of the cool people today. Thank you. Sorry, I just got sidetracked because Gretchen made me remember that Hershey was hanging out with us today. Anyway, so you can stop tripping when you get your game is starting to get messed up and nothing is working. We have a saying in golf, it's called grip it and rip it. And that's where you literally just put the club in your hand, F all of the weird things that they done told you, step over the ball, put the ball in the front of your stance, swing. Gone. Some of your best shots. The minute you stop going neck this way, butt this way, arm this way, you just Happy Gilmore that joint. Some of your best shots. I think it's the exact same thing. And I will remind you, except for Hershey, please don't do this, Hershey. The rest of you guys drive every day without thinking about where you're going, and you get home. Mary Lou does this in L.A. I know because she was on the phone talking with me, so I know she wasn't paying attention. Ain't hit nothing. Drove from her house all the way to the Ray-Ban store. Definitely can't see because Ray-Bans is broken. But she got there. Didn't hit nothing. Didn't hit no potholes. No cats were harmed. Because you trust yourself to do that. That's crazy. You're in a deadly vehicle, fam. You trust yourself to be driving and talking. If you ride with Luis, trust me, he'd be like, yeah. And then so anyway, I'm like, Luis, would you look? He goes, I'm good. I'm like, oh my God, we're going to die. But how do we trust ourselves to do something that crazy, but we scared to make a content? Ninja, please.
This ability to just do it is going to shake you up in Kettle calling the pop. Like, I wasn't going to say it, but I'm glad Paul did. We all get scared riding with Doc. But did you die? We didn't. No. In all cases, we still
That's
made it.
the same thing about the content. Did you die? No, you made the video.
But did you die?
Life
no.
moves on.
You have to be willing to miss sometimes. But you have to take the shot.
Yeah.
You are not going to make every shot, but you have to be willing to miss in order to get more wins. You have to be willing. So
what's your way, by the way?
To go into my ways, which will go into the pick of the week, the way that I have forever and ever, I'll just turn it on and start talking. Like, I feel like everybody's seen this. This is why I am able at any moment. You need to talk to me. Let's go. Let's do this video. And if it's a mess, I just am like, yeah, I don't know. This is a mess. Whatever. Here we are. I have always been that kind of a creator. As much as I want to make it polished, I rather make it done. And because I do that, I'm able to meet in the middle eventually to where I can just get it done, but it also looks polished. Like, I can sit down here, record, and get it onto the internet in moments. The pipeline is easy peasy. Now, lately, I have gotten to the point with like shorts, right? Shorts is a number game. And you have to, like, it's like lottery tickets. You have your thing that you talk about. We have our VODs, or longer videos. I started going back into, I was clipping them myself. So I started returning to Opus Clip, which I've had like long time like relationship with like stop and go kind of momentum. Like, sometimes I'm like, okay, it does something, but I wish it did this. I wish it did this. Wish it, it wasn't quite there. It's gotten to the point recently that I upload my long form YouTube video into Opus. It clips it well enough. Is it as good as it would have been if I just sat here and spent the time doing it? Not quite. But I've learned to format my talking in a way that the AI understands the transcript and where I want it to cut. Right? That's all. Like, with working with AI stuff, it's like, how are we communicating with the assistant so it understands the result that we want? Because it's a relationship, right? And all it knows is input in, input out. I make my videos in a way knowing they're going to go to Opus, knowing that I send it over there, it clips it good enough. I'm telling you, good enough. So when you see shorts of mine and it's like, it doesn't quite make sense or it doesn't look quite as polished, just know that was me in effort mode, because I need these videos to get out. I need the button to be pushed. I need the crank to be pulled. We need to pull the slot machines. We need to make the bets. We need to send them out there. And that's what I've been doing lately for effort mode. I look at it enough. The captions that the AI gives me are good enough. F it. Just put it out there. And I will tell you, my analytics in the short form platforms is rising. Even though these are videos that, like, if I looked at it too hard, I'm like, I can't put this out. It's not a complete thought. I can't put this out because it's a little disjointed or it looks like it was in the middle of something. Let me tell you, people don't care.
People don't care.
If there's more, they just will go find more. That they find it. It's not a big deal. They have questions, they'll ask them. But it gets the videos out. And that's where I've been. That's my effort mode lately. And it's been working. No perfect feed, no like aesthetically matching everything. Like it looks like what it looks like, what it looks like. Because there's people out here who are not doing the most, and they're living good lives. I'm like, I want to live a good life. I want to continue living a better life. I want to continue, and I cannot get in the way of myself by trying to just flex my editing skills all the time. If I want to do that, I will do that with my client work. It's fine.
That's a good idea. Flex your editing skills when you're getting paid to flex them. You're not getting paid to flex them on the interweb. I think everybody's like, oh man, I get so cheesed off by like, oh, I'm making aesthetic and cinematic videos. I'm like, for what though? You just like, you're just like hyping yourself up. Um, so Opus Clips is your pick of the week. I'm gonna give you a pick of the week that is maybe twofold. We're gonna do it's simple, 2 times pick of the week. One of the first things that we're gonna do is Paul is gonna get Julie's channel, and Paul is gonna paste it into the link, and all of us are gonna go over there and find her videos and comment on it and just give her some Creators Unstuck love because I'm the boss around here and I said so. So
Let's do it.
So there's that. Paul is looking for the channel. He'll give us the link in a minute. But my second pick of the week is something that you know, but it has been improved, and I want you to play with it. I really do want you to play. That sounds super odd. ChatGPT voice has gotten better. There's been an upgrade, and it's really good. I did a video the other day where I just live, like didn't edit anything. I just went and said, Chat, I am thinking about making a video about X. I want you to walk me through this video. Like, I need a hook. I need the 3-point bullets. I need a call to action. And I want to make sure it lands with these people. I need you to ask me questions to make sure that we're on the same page. And Juniper, that's the voice I use. It's the only black voice in there. Juniper was like, all right, gangster, let's go. And then we did it. We did the whole video. She came up with it. What she said was so good, I didn't re-record the video. I posted the conversation that Juniper and I had because it's the same thing I would have said had I made the video. But I was doing it as an example to show you how you can do it. So I was like, Junie, I want to make a video to teach creators, this particular thing. I know what it was. I said, I want you to make a video to help people get off their excuses about that they don't have time, because it's not really about they don't have time. It's they just don't trust themselves. And that's an excuse. So help me prove this fact. Help me highlight this and help me give them some tips on what they can do. And one of the tips that she came up with is one of the same tips I have actually said to you before. Because I know this works because my buddy Diana did exactly this. When she was working at the bank and trying to quit her job, on her lunch breaks, she would go to her car and film her content in her car. The automatic sound booth. You talk about a delicious sound booth. Get yourself a 2007 Kia and park it somewhere in the back of the parking lot. Put the AC on low, camera on the dashboard, and just start speaking. And Dinah did exactly that. She built her channel up to like 60, 70,000. The idea of you don't have time is absolute bullshit. You have just adjusted your priorities. So my pick is, I want you to go back to ChatGPT voice. I want you to start having some questions. Even if your question is, I have videos I want to make, I have no idea where to start. Holla at your boy. Okay? That's what I want from you. Legit. That's exactly what I want from you. I want you to fire up your ChatGPT and just be like, Chat, I am Julie S. This is what I make content about. This is the audience I'm trying to reach. Before we go any further, ask me questions to make sure that we are on the same page. And she, he, they will say, okay, Jules, tell me a little bit more about your goals. I don't know, chat. You tell me, gangster. I need help. Okay, Jules. May I call you Jules? Nah, only my daddy. Okay, Julie. um, this is what you do, and let's talk a little bit about, what is your final goal in this? Where's your mission look like? What's your purpose look like? You can just ask anything. You can have a whole conversation with it, and let it help you get to where you got to get. So I just want to see y'all crack that baby open and do it. That's it.
I'm putting in the chat a custom GPT that I built that knows like kind of about creator stuff. You guys can try talking to that one. Like you could try talking to your plain one, but if you're not, it doesn't know that you're a creator. It doesn't know anything. You can try this one. And it's like I built it for inside Video Creator Club, but like y'all can totally use it. And the people who are using it, they're like, wow, how is it like talking to you? It's because I plugged in my like kind of mindset stuff into it and frameworks and things like that. If you don't know what to do for being a content creator, like this one has a little bit of a context, but no matter what, just do it. Just ask it. Just start talking to it, because it's not going to give you the answers to the universe, but what it is going to do is reflect back the tidbits that you are saying. And then you can kind of see it a little bit clearer, because I think about how like I can look at all of y'all and I'm like, yes, you need to be doing videos about this. You need to be doing videos about this. You need to be doing videos about this. It's hard to reflect back sometimes.
Dude.
So.
No, I'm just going to say the answer to the universe is 42. Sorry.
There it is.
Sorry. I'm such a nerd. Oh my God, I should be shot. I'm such a nerd.
See, and then that just proves the doc always knows everything. All right. So what are some tips for people to embrace effort mode?
Sorry. I was looking at Julie riding horses.
Yes, I already commented too.
I love horses. Yo, this is bomb. This is cool. What? Yo, I think this is maybe unfair, Julie, because that means you get to ride the horses and somebody else got to clean up the poop, or you got to clean poop too. If you get to get away without having to clean poop, then I'm actually jealous. That's all. Anyway, sorry. Mike said it's 43 with 43. Inflation. You know what 43 was in pager code? It's apropos for this episode. Guys, listen, I'm going to do this and interrupt my podcast because, hi, Jill. She always calls me when I'm recording a podcast. Everybody say hi to Jill.
Hi, Jill.
Okay, we are live on the internet. Don't say anything heinous or a secret squirrel.
Okay, so here's the use case question. You guys ready for this?
We're all ready. Yes.
Okay, so I've got a customer that is in Zoom events, and they're having a hard time. They've got everything coming in. The panelists are coming in. They're adding them as cameras, as overlays, all the things, screen sharing, everything is working. But they're having a hard time making pinning just their eCam production without having everything go back and forth. And I know it's a Zoom thing and not an eCam thing, but I thought that they solved it, but they said, no, it still just keeps going back and forth between different people, whoever's talking as a panelist. And they want to just pin the main production. Do you know the answer to this question?
Just share the Zoom panel and put it in gallery view.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Daniel and Neil question.
Right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't do those kind of weird stuff. My Zoom call right now is just me, Mary Lou, and Paul.
I mean, if they set it to speaker view.
You don't want to have Zoom active speaker going. Mary Lou, what the heck are you doing? Mary Lou is making rockets. You don't want to have Zoom active speaker. So that's the main thing. Oh, Louise said right click and set as pin. That's what Louise said. So take
not pin. You want spotlight. Pin is only going to pin it for you.
Paul says spotlight. Pin is for you. Spotlight is for everybody. So right click on the one you want to stay and set it as spotlight.
Okay, that's what they said they did, but then they said it still keeps switching.
That
But
doesn't
the
it
thing
doesn't
to
switch
keep
if
in
you
mind,
spotlight.
yeah,
Okay,
if
all right.
if you have
Thanks, guys.
Wait,
if
Paul
you
is saying
have
something.
active
And
Paul is saying something.
if you have active speaker on, then it's going to change. It's not going to be.
Oh yeah, so then disable active speaker as well, because then it can't switch, because then you have it disabled
disable
You don't want the active speaker
switcher
window.
in
and
eCam.
spotlight.
In eCam, yes. And then FaceTime Paul, because he's not live. He's just in the back moderating. Look, she's wearing your shirt, Paul. Look. Oh my gosh, she's dancing on my screen. That's gonna require super chats. I see you. I see you Thursday. Love you.
All right.
Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
I love when my work teammates call me. My team is goofy, y'all. I just want y'all to know, Julie, you don't even know. You found some of the worst friends you could possibly have because we are foolish. We are absolutely foolish. Okay, what'd you say, Mary Lou, before Jill called over here?
All right, let's reset. Reset. All right, Doc, give me some tips for the people to embrace effort mode.
The first thing you really need to do, I mean, and sorry, this sounds like the craziest tip, but it's legit. Just you have to record. Like, just put the camera on and record. Even if you don't upload it, maybe let's set ourselves up a plan. Let's give you an exact bulletproof plan. We're gonna do a 3-day challenge, and I'm only picking 3 because it's more than 2. But if I say 7, you'll bitch about it. Okay, so here's the 3-day challenge. Put the camera down. I don't have anything fancy to hold my camera up. Cool. Get a little stand. I don't have a stand. Cool. Lean it up against some damn books. Tell your kid to hold the phone still while you talk. I do not care. I don't want no dang excuses. I want you to lean that phone up in the corner somewhere, press record, and just talk. The first day, you don't have to do anything with that video. You just need to talk. The second day, you're going to refine what you said the first day. You're going to talk and you're going to upload it as a short. That means you only got 15 seconds to 3 minutes. Doesn't matter, right? If you don't finish your whole conversation in 3 minutes, post it broken. Post the 3 minutes. If you only got 15 seconds, cool. Post it. The third day, you're going to polish it again. And you're going to say what you got to say. And if it's over 3 minutes, you're going to post it as a regular video. If it's under 3 minutes, we're going to post it as a short. And when you finish that 3-day challenge, you're going to big up yourself. Big up yourself. You go, put me in your blood clot, boy. You know, road boy. Here we go. Do it again. Reset. Do it again. Reset. Do it again. Reset. Do it again. Do that 10 times, 30-day challenge. You know what I'm saying?
Got him.
I can't do math that fast. I'm sorry. let me math this out. It is okay. Hold on. I'm doing the math in my head. You guys pretend like you're not hearing this and this is all cohesive, massive. Divide. Dang it. Clear. Clear.
Doing math.
Do that 78 times. You're just like me. 235 days in a row. He was so bad. I couldn't get the calculator to work because it's in Japanese yen translation because I'm trying to get my money right because I'm trying to buy a house in Japan. Anyway, if you do the 3-day challenge 78 times, you got 235 videos. So since y'all are scared of 7-day challenges and 10-day challenges and 30-day challenges, do the 3-day challenge. Set and repeat. Here's the cool part. If you're on day 2, and you got explosive diarrhea and you don't make content, you can reset because you only got to get to every 3. Now you ain't bad. When you're on a 30-day challenge and you get 12 days in and you get explosive diarrhea and you can't record, then you feel like you effed up. You don't feel like you can just dive back in. Right? But if we take it in small chunks, because this seems to be your problem, y'all trying to overthink. So the boy got the sniffles. We got the 3-day challenge. You're going to make 3 videos. And Pokemon post them all. And if you can't bring yourself to do that, you got the first 2, you're excused from the third one. Tag me. if I don't see all of y'all who's in the chat right now posted up soon, yo, your man's is gonna start having a conniption fit in Florida.
Yeah,
It's gonna. I'm gonna be in Florida. I
tag
got
us so we can
excuses,
see it.
right? I'm gonna be in Florida. I have excuses. I could be a Florida man. That'll be your boy flipping out. Yo,
That's
Stevie
you.
said we're giving your excuses an eviction notice. I love it.
Yes, let him go.
I love it.
And Steven, why aren't you posting? Like, this is someone who knows what to do. Already knows. Anything that's getting in the way is goofy.
Sorry, because I don't know why, Chris. That's how my brain works. When I think about somebody's ailment that keeps them from recording, yo, I would record that video. I'd be like, hold on, y'all. I got to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back. And I'll just come back and finish. Like, I'm not giving up, bro. Do you know how silly I would? Listen, I'm going to say this, and it might be really bad. I could be completely cursing myself, but I don't care because I'm not afraid. I have no fear of this kind of thing. You imagine how salty I would be to be 235 days in the Straits and all of a sudden I can't make one? I would be pissed. That is a streak that will make you angry. I remember when Emma's mom, SIL, she was like 600 days into 1,000 steps. And something happened that was fixing to break her steps. And she's like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Yo, 11 o'clock at night, she went and got him in. Like, got him in, 12:58, bloop, bloop, bloop. Got her. It wasn't 1,000 steps. It was the 10,000, whatever. You know what it is. Close the thing on the circle with the watch. Yo, she was so close to missing one, and it just drove her crazy. So that's the one thing about being in a challenge as long as I've been in it. I don't want to mess it up at this point. I mean, nobody's going to care. I'm not going to lose anything. It's not going to cost me a dime. Y'all would just get to tease me. I don't even care about that. I don't care if people tease me. But I refuse to lose because this means everything to me. So I'm willing to make an ass out of myself for y'all. My channel is completely ruined because of this. If I listen to the YouTube coaches. People are tired of hearing from you. People are going to get bored. You're oversaturated, all of that. You know what I get every day? Oh my God, this is the video that I needed to see. Right? The experts, but he about to say foul language up in here. It's my show. I can say foul language if I want, but I'm trying to be nice about it. The experts, let me flip over here. The experts don't do that, right? Boom. This content was contagious. Boom. Billion years of using Max. I didn't know about that. Boom. Help somebody out, right? I love your insight about giving yourself grace. Those burnt out, let me look at it on the actual thing and not in Zoom. There you go. Those burned out moments, it really resonates with me. Have you considered automated, job application thing? And I was like, no. Okay, boom. Celebrate those wins. Outstanding. That's from my man, Chris. Hey, Chris, let me just give Chris a love right there. Boom. Great interview, Paul. Give yourself grace. Spreading. Boom. Awesome video. Boom. Right? None of this says, I'm sick of seeing your face, you stupid, fat, old, wrinkly, whatever kind of things that, you might think, right? None of this. All of this is boom, love it, congratulations, boom. Love the basic editing page on YouTube, right? The rest will come with time, boom. Learn, sorry, right? Then boom, Gretchen with the Clown Club. That was an inside joke for that video. There's Aubrey. Yes, sir. Go outside and play. None of this is hate messages. None of this is bad messages. None of this is I hate your content. None of this is the algorithm hates me. None of this. Like you are telling yourself freaking lies listening to my friends. I love them. They're my friends. But I'm going to say something that I mean in the meanest way possible that's nice. I mean in the nicest way possible. I understand why they think that way and why they feel that way. And part of it has to do with privileges that they had growing up that I don't have. Those excuses can't help me. I'm a POC. I don't have those privileged excuses. So the algorithm don't want me posting every day is none of my mother business. Because your local news come on every day. And your grandma still watch that shit every day and believe the lies that they tell her. I'm unstuck.
Yes, look at it. He's unstuck. That's it. We're done. It's over. It's over. The other thing that really helps me is having deadlines. And like this show, right? Tuesday, we film it on Tuesday. It has to happen. We're not trying to figure out topics ahead of time because we're doing a bunch of other things, but we don't get on the call and we're like, oh, we don't have a topic today. I guess we're not going to do it. Oh, we figured out. And then like you see us
asked a good
week
question.
to
You're
week.
like, what are you feeling? And I just started talking. And you're like, done. Okay, good. Let's go. That works. And I'm like, wait, what? Like Mary Lou just did our mind tricks it every time.
Yes. Yes, it's just in there. Okay, so let's do a couple little rapid fire questions. This first one, I'm excited because he's Mr. DJ. Hey DJ, go DJ. Assign us a couple of F It hype songs to specific people who are on the call or in the chat. F It hype songs.
Okay. Anybody who rides with me in the car will tell you every day on the way to work, I start with, you think I'm the boss? There's Ricky Ross. Yes, hustling, Rick Ross. People who ride with me in the car at camp know I come bombing down the streets in the whitest neighborhood in Massachusetts with Rick Ross on full tilt, because that's my pump up. Let's go. Dude, if you don't even like the whole song, you can listen to the first verse and be done. I repeat, I'm the boss. That's it. Stop the song. You're good. Like, come on. Like, that is it. Okay, second hype song for me. All I do is win, no matter what.
No matter what.
All I do is win, no matter what. Right? When I step up in the building, everybody hands go up and they stay there. Well, that's because I'm robbing the place. But never. I'm joking. Okay. And then one more hype song for you. And this one's going to flip the script on y'all because like I thought this guy was a thug. I thought he was a gangster. Unwritten by Natasha. The rest is yet
He loves this song.
Yes, unwritten, because as content creators, your job is to go out and tell the story. And you're sitting around here holding yourself back because you're thinking about the future. You're thinking about blank pages. You're afraid of what is on blank pages. The rest is yet unwritten. So the difference is there are people who will read the pages and there's people who will write the pages. I got a fat ass fountain pen in my hand, handcrafted by none other than Jeff C. I'm going to fill the pages out myself. I ain't let nobody write my story for me. Them bitch don't know me. I'm writing my own story. So that's my white girl song, and I love it. I sing Unwritten all day, every day. So Mary Lou just called it out. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make a YouTube playlist. I'm going to come back here and get these comments. I'm going to make a YouTube playlist of our creator hype songs put together by you guys. And if something you want me to add to the list, just comment on the post. I have a community tab that's available on my YouTube channel. You could just come in there and put it down. Kevin said throw and move from Ludacris. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Ooh, come on, Minnie. Ooh, Minnie came through. Let's see. And then Chris says, killing in the name. Oh, I love me some Rage Against the Machine. Literally my favorite. All right, boom. These are all in there. I'm gonna make
mine
make a list.
lately. My go-to, like it cycles back around, but lately it's "Let's Go" by Trick Daddy.
Okay,
it's like I forget about it sometimes, and then it comes
Casey
back.
And JoJo, lately I've been having strangers.
Oh no, I don't know that.
I was like, why she said?
All my life.
The baby, I play for someone like you.
No, the "Let's Go" by Trick Daddy. That was
love
like
it.
in my head. So like when we talked the other day when I was headed to the Ray-Ban store on my way back, for some reason I ended up on a Miami bass playlist and I was like, all these old songs. I was like, this is great, this is great, this
Oh,
is great.
love
Which
Miami
then
bass.
eventually led me to like connect from Luke, I think, to Trick Daddy. And then I was like, let's go. Yes. If you want some, come get some. Because where I'm from, we got big guns.
Yes. Boom. And boom. That's it. That's it. I'm in. I'm adding these songs to the playlist. It wasn't a pocket full of sunshine. That's super funny. Okay. What else you got?
What is the most Doc Rock way to get out of a creative funk?
Man, I'm a freestyler. So
Mm.
I don't need a plan. I don't need anything. I just need a beat. So as a freestyler, I think I just do like literally. We talked about this earlier, right? And how we got onto this comment. If there's videos you could watch on National Geographic or whatever, and I think this one just makes it stick the strongest. If you see a sidewinder snake and then there's a bird that's coming to get it, the sidewinder snake just goes brrrr, and it just shimmies real quick and it sinks into the sand and then the bird can't get it. And again, most people are trying to get out of their creative funks standing still, and it doesn't work. Like the most Doc Rock way is to move. Get out the way. Sorry, I'm about to say it out loud.
There it is. There it is.
Move. Get out the way. Get out the way. Get out the way.
All right, we'll wrap up on this one. If there was one creator tech problem that you could just be like, this doesn't exist anymore, what would it be?
A creator tech problem that doesn't exist anymore.
That you want to like erase?
I want to erase the feeling of I don't have what I need to do it. Like it's really weird because that's not solved by tech. That's solved by mindset. But the feeling that I
But they
don't
think it's the tech.
Yeah, you think it's the tech. But the whole concept of I don't have what I need, I don't have what I need. Even me, dude, I'm shopping all the time looking for stuff to buy. And then companies be sending me stuff and then I get excited. And but yeah, you don't necessarily need anything. And I'll be honest, I'll put myself in the street. This has to do with a conversation that Mary Lou and I had about input mode and output mode, right? We talked last week about output mode. When I got to DaVinci, I was fired up and I was excited and I was going to start on the 15th. But as it came in, I got it over, it's sitting right here on my desk. Boom. As it came in, I plugged it in and I was about to do some stuff. I was like, fam, I have way too much work that I need to do that has to get done. And I better save this until the 1st of July. That way I can do it as a 30-day challenge and, work my way through the content, work my way through the lessons, the whole 9 yards. In the meantime, I creep on Raphael's videos. I creep on Terry Warfield's videos. I creep on Ripple training videos. And I was like, at least when I get in, I'll kind of have a foundation because I just been watching videos. I legit opened the software twice. But I'm like, I know if I go in, I am obsessive, compulsive, I will go all the way in. So I had to force myself to put that on the back burner. Right? And so we're always coaching you to learn something and dive in, but we're also coaching you, enough. Take what you got right now. Do not get stuck in the learning loop and create with what you have right now. Okay? I'm not throwing you under the bus, you old fart. I love you. But Paul has been saying, I'm going to make this video when I fuck that sentence. I've been trying not to curse all stream, and I'm like, fuck that sentence. I have a video that I want to make full goddamn stop. When I is none of your damn business. Because the 8,000 people that need to see Paul talk about how the fuck he does it with them stream decks. I made the damn, y'all called me out like a bitch the other day, and I made the video. And that video is trash. but I made it. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give that video a -6, but I made it.
Did it. You did it.
And I'm sure somewhere I can't see it because it's not even in the comments. That's how I know it was trash, because it don't got no recent comments. I'm going to go tell you how many people seen this so far, because I'm like that person. 259 people have watched that video. It has 93% likes. Some jackasses hit don't like, which is cool. I don't give a damn. It's none of my business what they thought. Oh, no. They hide the dislike counts, I think, at this point. I don't know. It just says 93%. It doesn't say 100. But people watch the video. So that's my answer is just do it. Like, it doesn't matter, bro. Nobody's going to die from your video unless you teaching something heinous.
Right, because like there's a big fear of like, what if people see this bad video? But then at the same time, they're like, what if no one watches it? So like, what do you want? You want to be seen or not seen?
I know y'all hate when I say sports stuff, but what happens when the quarterback throws an interception? Nothing. They come right back and they play again. Like, the game ain't over because the quarterback threw an interception. It just doesn't work that way. They just do it again. I have legit every weekend I watch Lando Norris or somebody in that ilk, sorry, F1, drive a $2 million car into a freaking wall, break all the damn tires off, and they go, oh, sorry guys, bad day. The next weekend, they back on the track. You worried about a failed video? These dudes are crashing $2 million vehicles because they miscalculated something, and they back again. And exactly, Chris said it. Creators like quarterbacks need to have short-term memories. That video sucked. The next one is going to kick ass. That's all you got to do is tell yourself.
Let's go.
That video sucked. The next one kick ass. Y'all are triggering my
like you can learn some
Tourette's.
stuff from
Could
it.
you guys please stop now? Y'all are triggering my musical Tourette's.
He can't even focus anymore. He can't even focus anymore.
I'm like losing it because Hershey said Missy Elliott, and I'm like, boom, work it. But the thing now fucking reverse it is your freaking God dang it, Hershey, stop it.
The DJ, you can't take the DJ out the DJ ever.
Yes.
That's it. That's the whole thing.
100%.
Well, good. Okay, so let's land this plane. F it mode.
F it mode.
Are you in it? Are you not in it? Because you need to get into it. F it mode, output mode. Stop thinking about it too much, because, bitch, you already know what you're doing.
Straight up.
I'm telling you, everyone who's watching this, you already know what you're doing. So just do it.
And I forgot the most important piece about F it mode. The F stands for fun.
Ooh, the secret.
Hated it.
The secret. That's the cliffhanger. Dun, dun, dun. That's Doc Rock. You can find him all over the internet at DOCROCK.
And that is my home slice partner in crime, bestie from another testy, Mary Lou. And you can find her all over the internet at Mary Lou Mandel. That's MANDFUREL. There's no more E.
It hangs out in the first name.
Oh my God. That is like legit. That is like, listen, family, we just actually ate.
You have been unstuck. With creators Unstuck, Doc Rock, and Mary Lou Mandel.
Oh, Minnie is sending us home with a killer. She goes, that's the Wizard of Oz moment. The power has been with you all along. Now I got to add, he's on down the road. Family, you know what we say around here? See you. Dude, that was super good, Lou. That was super good.
These are so fun. I love doing these.
Fun.
I hope it's useful for you guys. Like it like lights us up. This is my anchor for the week, to like realize a week has gone by. Is doing this show.
Listen.
Sometimes you're working, you're just doing, especially like creator is such a solo gig sometimes that you don't realize how many days have gone past.
Yes.
So having this is helpful.
100%. Yeah.
Like when you were
especially
traveling so much, I was like, I don't know what day it is.
dude, I'm finna be in the plane tomorrow. This time tomorrow, I'm in the airport. Like, how crazy is that? Paul Duncan, come back to your chair. Where'd you go? See, old people got to pee after this over. Where'd he go? Sit your butt back in that chair, dang it.
Making a cup of coffee. I'll be right back.
No, it's going to take
Ooh.
1 second. Sit your butt back in the chair. I got an idea for you. Dang, that face is way too close to the screen. Get up, back up. I have an idea for you, Paul. Here's what I want you to do for me. Facts. Sorry, that was almost Public Enemy. Take your Stream Dizzle and put it
Which one?
in whichever one you can focus a camera at, right? And it's going to be upside down. Who cares? We're just going to leave it here. I want you to put it on here like this here, right? And I want you to zoom in to one of these random buttons, right? No face, no nothing, just like that. And I want you to go, I got a button on the Stream Deck, this one. Let me show you what this button is for, and then break down what it does. And then show the overlay of the Stream Deck programming, which is this. Bitch. Right? And so then you're going to click this and you're going to say, this is a button that I use to get to my YouTube controls whenever there's a live stream going on, because if anything goes wrong to the back end, I just need to press this button and I can easily get to the YouTube studio so that I can ban somebody, moderate somebody, whatever the case may be. So if you're a live streamer, whether you have a moderator or not, you should have a moderator, but even if you don't, make sure on your Stream Deck you have a button that quickly jumps you to the streaming right now console so you can make any adjustments. Boom, that's 45 seconds out, no face, no edit, no nothing. You have 64 buttons. You got 64 videos.
I wonder if I can ban the owner of a YouTube channel.
Listen, bitch, I don't want to hear your excuses right now because you're killing me. Because I'm selfish. I said people need to see what you're doing. I need to see what the hell you're doing. How about that? And because we're friends, and fuck off. Because we're friends and you love me, just do this. Just each button, tell me what it does, why you do it that way. These 3 buttons are Ozbot remotes, like go to this position, this position, this position. It's orange right now because the Ozbot is in the suitcase, but you know what I mean. This button loads the Creators Unstuck profile. Let me show you how to do that. This button loads, this profile. Let me show you how to do that. This button turns off something. What the hell did I put a power button for? I'm scared to press it. Something in here might go off, but it's a power button to something. I don't even know. How stupid is that? I have no idea what the power button is for.
If you go into, I was going to say go in there and you can find out.
I'm about to look because I forgot what I did.
A button a day, huh?
Yeah. A button a day, yes.
A button a day. You know who does this? And is why I thought of it when we were doing this? I'm going to show you who does this. And this is one of my besties. And she is rushing it. Absolutely crushing it. And go to shorts. And I literally just saw this right here. I hope this comes out loud so you can hear it. Oh, come here. You need this button.
Click on this icon right
here.
This new Logic Pro tip is so good. If you go over to the notepad and then you click on this icon, writing tools, you can do any of these things, plus use ChatGPT right inside Logic Pro. So I can say something like, rewrite these lyrics in the style of Bob Dylan. And here's what it came up with. You can pause to read and see if it sounds like him or not. Or I could say, write me a chord progression for a dark pop dance song in A minor. And here's what it came up with. I can either copy and paste it over here, or I could just press replace and there it is. If you got my Logic Pro Crash Course ebook, I did update it. Just go to section 18. This chapter is all about the Logic Pro 11 update. So we're just going to go over to 11.2. Here it is, and you can click on this title and you can open up a video and you can watch the updates here. If you don't have this ebook yet,
8,000. with a tip. Not recording it the way we record videos, like recording it in the most crusty way possible. And my dear friend, and I told her 100 times to stop doing it that way. She don't care. She doing it her
No, because
way.
it works.
Because it works. Like she like took the camera and pointed it at the screen. But the funny part is the cut back to that was, I mean, and the editing in that video is no edit. Like you literally split the first shot and the second shot and put your face reaction in there. Like that was it. Okay, I'm gonna fix you. I'm gonna fix you.
He needs a
old for
coffee
that.
so bad, Doc.
No,
Do
I'm gonna
it.
fix you real quick. I want you to take this camera and I want you to point it at Maestro. And Mary Lou's gonna give you the demo because she can do it faster. She's gonna give you the example for you to follow. So you're gonna take the camera, you're gonna point it at Maestro. And you'll be like, this is Maestro. I need to tell you how to use a Stream Deck. If you don't want to talk, you can AI voice it. This is, what's
I
that
don't
dude
mind
from The
talking.
Flip? This is Maestro. Let me show you how to use your Stream Deck. You know the one, the guy was like, did you know this person is so genius? The person that we want to kill, you can use that voice. But legit, like, I would just be like, get one of your friends to voice it for you. This is Maestro. Let me show you how to use a Stream Deck. And it's literally, and if you can take his paw and like just tap the Stream Deck, so your first two shots are there. That's called your donut. You're going to put your tip in after, and that's it. Right? But you should do it as a video so you can see the blinking and whatnot. But so Mary Lou's going to Gizmo show you how to do this, and then now you don't have to worry about being on camera because Maestro is going to show us how to use the Stream Deck.
I don't mind being on camera.
You obviously you do because you ain't made shit. I love you.
You know what'd be
I do
fun?
that
It's like
every
if
day.
it's
Back up. What'd you say, Lou?
do it. If this is like I was like, you guys wait, Gizmo's gonna be teaching everybody how to use Ecamm.
Dude, I'm
Is
telling you,
to
man.
have the opening clip. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do
The
it.
cat
'cause
person's
it's-
guide
have
to
it start.
Ecamm.
have Maestro be like, I'm Maestro, and Paul's gonna show you how to use a Stream Deck. It's just to hook people. People will watch the 3
Dude, that would
seconds
get
of a
more
cat.
hooks
It does
than
not
that face.
matter.
Wait, wrong face. Sorry, Lou. I think it would
I mean,
be
all of it.
dope.
Maestro will get more clicks than my face.
Yeah. So Gizmo and boom. I'm just saying. And just we're talking 30, 40 seconds. Like I really don't want you to spend more than 5 seconds on it. Like you literally
Make them
just
shorts, Paul.
Yeah,
Make them
just
shorts.
make them shorts and just roll with it. And then that will get you on your flow. And then I mean if you want, you can post
Questions
on
will
my
come in,
channel,
then you'll
'cause-
have more stuff.
Listen, if you're scared, post them on my channel because I would take the 10,000
We'll
views
take it.
apiece. And I'm allergic. I would come over and steal your cat and make these videos myself with Diamond Tap all up in the system. And I post them shits because I know if you make the videos from the cat talking, it's just different. That was all. You can drink your coffee now.
So drink some coffee. Make them today.
All right, people.
That's the lesson, friends. Make a video today.
Make a video today. Use your pets as your face if you're a chicken.
F it mode.
That's funny. Use your pets as your face if you're chicken. I want Katie to make shorts for her chickens. All right, gang. I'm going to Florida.
She had
What'd you
ducks
Bye.
too.
What'd you say, Paul? Oh yeah, she got
Are you
ducks
going
too
next
now.
Tuesday?
I'm going tomorrow.
But are you gone next Tuesday? Are we
No,
doing a
I'll be
show
back.
next
I'll be
Tuesday?
back. What day do I come
I'll
back,
be
Paul?
back Monday.
Paul's in
You come back
charge.
Monday.
I come back Monday.
Okay. All
I
right.
don't know what my schedule is. I just like Paul where I gotta be. Paul's like, get your ugly ass on the plane. Fuck out of here.
Thanks, friends.
All right, gang. Love you. This was awesome. I get to take apart my
Bye.
system now. Bye.
Bye.